Today's Love This Way show is brought to you by The Club. The Club is a safe space I curated just for you. There's tips, challenges, downloads, ebooks, journals, coloring books. Just all you need to help you to succeed in your relationship endeavors. The best part? Each tier comes with free coaching sessions with me. So if you've been wanting to book a session with me but couldn't quite afford it yet, join a club and save hundreds. The coaching sessions alone are reason enough to join. With tiers starting at only $37 a month, you don't want to miss this opportunity. Visit shaliavinny.com, choose the membership level of your choice, and go to your calendar and book your free session. I can't wait to connect more with you. And make sure you mention Love This Way sent you. Hello and welcome to the Love This Way podcast, the show that exists to help men and women everywhere to be better at love. Never any gender wars or back and forth, just great tips to help you find and sustain the love of your dreams. Because love is a journey, but you still need direction. So grab your tribe and get ready, because each episode we're going to be talking about our real life issues, answering tough questions, and building solid relationships with one another as we heal, learn, and grow. I'm your host, your girl, Dr. Shalia Vinny, and on today's show we're touching an idea that will hit home for a lot of you. They want access, not accountability. Why some people keep coming back. Let's get into it. Hey, my babies. Now, welcome back to another episode of the Love This Way podcast. Today, we're going to be getting into something that I know you're going to feel me on. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You've moved on, or at least you're trying to, right? But somehow, they always find their way back. They pop up in your DMs, they randomly check in, they throw out little breadcrumbs just to remind you that they're still around and they still exist. And for a moment, you even start to think, maybe this time is different. Maybe they've changed. Maybe they finally see your worth. But here's the truth. They don't want to take accountability. They just want access to you. So in this episode, we're going to be breaking down why people come back even when they have no intention of doing better, the difference between someone who wants you back and someone who just doesn't want to lose control. And most importantly, I'm going to tell you 5 ways you can finally shut the door and move forward with confidence. So by the end of this episode, you're going to stop falling for the same cycle and you're going to start recognizing these patterns before they waste your time again. Can we get into this? So let's talk about the why. Why do people circle back into your life after things didn't work out? Why do they pop up with that, hey stranger, hey big head text, like they didn't ghost you 6 months ago or you didn't have this horrible breakup before? The answer? Because access is power. For some people, it's not about love. It's really about control. When they know that they still have access to you, whether it's through text, social media, or even just casual conversations, it just gives them this sense of security. They don't have to commit to you, but they also don't have to fully lose you. And let's be real. It's not always even about missing you. Sometimes it's about missing the benefit of you. Maybe you were the one that always listened. Maybe you were the one who built them up or encouraged them or made them feel important. They don't want to take accountability for how they treated you, but they also don't want to lose the version of you that made their life easier. Think about it. If someone really valued you, why didn't they do you right the first time around? Why did it take you having to leave or ignoring them or moving on for them to suddenly come to this realization and realize your worth? The answer is simple. They don't actually want to change. They just don't want to lose their grip on you. Now, I already know that some of you guys are thinking, I know, but what if they have changed? And listen, okay, people can change. That's valid. But change without accountability, that's just manipulation in disguise. So how do you know if someone wants you back for real or if they just want access again? Here's what I want you to look for. Number 1, they apologize, but it's only for show. When someone truly wants to make things right, they take full ownership of what they did. They don't just say, I'm sorry for everything. They actually acknowledge the specifics. They express remorse. And most importantly, they outline what they've done to be better. But when it's just about access, they'll hit you with the I miss you text instead of I understand what I did to hurt you and I take full responsibility. Number 2, they come back when they're lonely or bored. Ask yourself, Do they only reach out when something is missing in their life? Is it always after a breakup, when they need an ego boost, or when they're feeling down? Because real accountability isn't situational. If they only come back when they need something, not when you need closure or resolution, that's another red flag. Number 3, their actions don't match their words. Because a person who genuinely wants change, they want a chance for real. They're going to show up differently. They're going to be intentional. They're going to respect your boundaries. They won't just talk about how much they've changed. They're going to actually show you proof through consistency. So if all they're doing is saying the right things, but their actions don't line up, they don't want accountability. They want convenience. And you got to take it slow so that you can actually have a chance to see this. That's why just running back at the smallest, oh, I miss you, I'm better. No. Let's see how you really feel. Okay, we have time today. Let's watch. Hey friend, make sure you check out shaliavinny.com. You can join a club there. You can book one-on-one coaching sessions with me. You can buy my books there. Oh, and you can get free advice from me now. Go to shaliavinny.com, click the free advice tab, and go ahead and submit your question. I will be answering those questions on my social medias, so make sure you do that because you don't want to miss out. Love you guys. So we've been discussing why they come back and what accountability looks like, but now let's get into the most important part. How do you stop falling for the same cycle? How do you finally shut the door and move forward with confidence? Well, number 1, I want you to recognize the pattern and call it what it is. If they left and came back multiple times, it's not a misunderstanding. It's a pattern. Stop making excuses for them because if they wanted to do better, they would have done better the first time. Number 2, stop rewarding their inconsistent behavior. If they get to leave, disrespect you, or take you for granted, and then still have access to you later, you're teaching them that their actions have no consequences. Access to you is a privilege, not a right. Number 3, set a boundary and actually enforce it. If you say, I don't want to talk anymore, you need to mean that. Unfollow, block, mute, whatever you need to do to protect your peace, you need to do it. You don't owe them an explanation for moving forward. Number 4, stop confusing history with value. Just because you've known them for a long time doesn't mean they deserve a place in your future. Time invested doesn't mean loyalty or love. It just means that they were there. And last one, number 5, losing you is not their lesson. It's yours. You're not here to teach someone how to treat you. You're here to recognize when someone doesn't deserve to have you. The real power isn't in making them realize what they lost. It's in you realizing what you gained by letting go. Here's what I want to leave you with. Sometimes the people who come back into your life are not there to be a part of your future. They're there to test whether you've truly learned your lesson. Closure isn't about getting an apology. It's not about waiting for them to understand how they hurt you. Closure is making peace with the fact that they're not going to change and then choosing to move forward anyway. When you allow someone back into your life just because they miss you, you're letting nostalgia overpower reality. The truth is, they don't miss you. They miss how you made them feel. So the next time someone tries to come back into your life, ask yourself, are they bringing healing or are they just bringing habit? Because love, real love, is not about access. It's about accountability. Now, if you need more help with this, you know you can always go to shaliavinny.com and book a one-on-one session with me. I'm here if you need me. You guys know I'm rooting for you the loudest. I love you guys so much. Take care. Today's show was brought to you by The Club. Please rate the show on your favorite streaming platform, share it with one person who you think needs to hear it, and ask them to do the same. Remember to never stop showing up for yourself and the love you desire to have. Good, better, best. Don't you ever let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. Until next time, your friend and relationship strategist, Dr. Shalia. Bye.